In other news today, top American and Russian officials meeting in person for the first time since Russia invaded Ukraine almost 3 years ago. National correspondent Atra El-Nashar reports on what came out of those talks.
From Saudi Arabia's capital city, top American and Russian officials reestablishing in-person communication as the Trump administration seeks an end to Russia's war in Ukraine.
The work remains. Today is the first step of a long and difficult journey.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the goal is to see an end to the conflict that is fair, enduring, and sustainable.
In order for a conflict to end, everyone involved in that conflict has to be okay with it.
Left out of these talks is the country that's been invaded.
Ukraine perceives any negotiations about Ukraine without Ukraine as those with no results. We cannot recognize anything or any agreements about us without us.
Russian officials looking pleased following Tuesday's meeting, already talking about ways it can collaborate with the United States.
There are different things we can do jointly in Arctic.
A concept difficult for some to fathom in a moment when the U.S. holds sanctions against Russia intended to cripple its economy. Watching these talks from afar, European NATO allies the Trump administration is pressuring to dramatically increase their defense spending so the U.S. can prioritize threats in other parts of the world. Here's UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
I'm prepared to consider committing British forces on the ground alongside others if there is a lasting peace agreement. But there must be a U.S. backstop.
A U.S. security guarantee. What would that look like? Starmer and President Trump will likely discuss that next week when they meet in Washington. After the trip, Starmer plans to huddle with European leaders for a second time after their summit in Paris Monday, hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron, who is keeping Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky informed. The Ukrainian leader says, "We agreed to stay in constant contact as major decisions are being made. Ensuring a robust and lasting peace is a must, and that can only be achieved through strong security guarantees." In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar reporting.